setting new standards in podcast excellence. You have joined the WBT, fully focused on business and taxes. Here is your host, Michael Lodge.
Ethics in life is very important. Ethics in business is important. Ethics in taxation is important. So I had a individual come into my house not into my house, but into my office not long ago, who was kind of nervous, kind of agitated at the same time. And she wanted us to prepare a tax return for her daughter. And she was a 1099, so she was self-employed, made about $60,000. And I don't know, we got to questioning her, and the whole story unraveled. And the story was that it was really her 1099, not her daughter's, but her 1099. For an entire year, she had been working under her daughter's 1099, had not told her daughter, and then we also found out that the daughter had gotten married, and they had already filed their tax return. Well, she didn't know that if they had filed their tax return. But what was sneaky about it is that the mother had made all that money, reported it under her daughter's 1099, did not tell her daughter about it, and they had already filed their tax return as married filing jointly. And the mom wanted us to file a tax return for her daughter. So, ethically, we can't do that. Ethically, we have to say, we now know that there's a ethical issue because the money really, and the earnings really went to the mom, not to the daughter. We have people who are willing to bend the rules and put other people in jeopardy. And I often wonder, how can a mom put her own daughter in jeopardy, tax-wise? There's no ethics there. When people are willing to put other people in problems way or headway of non-ethical behavior, there's something wrong. So we were presented with an ethical problem. We could not prepare the tax return. So we looked the client directly in the eyes and we said, listen, we can't prepare this return. What you have done is committed a fraud. The only way that we will even consider touching the return is, one, go back to your employer who knew about this, and here was a business that knew about it and went along with the employee. Go back to your employer and file a new and corrected 1099 with your name, your Social Security. But we also require that you go to your daughter and you talk to her and tell them, the daughter and the husband, what has happened. She said, no, I can't go and talk to my daughter. I said, I'm sorry, but you have to. That's the only way that you can get this back on course. You cannot file a tax return in your daughter's name. You cannot create a 1099 with your daughter's name and Social Security on it, because now that becomes her income, and you have not even told her. So you've got to go back and talk to your daughter. Confess to what you had done. Correct the 1099. And if you can do all that, come back and talk to us. But you have got to clean up your act. Because you know that what you did is wrong. Not just tax-wise, but also morally, ethically, to your daughter. Ethics comes into play in everything that we do in the course of our daily lives when we make good and bad decisions. It's vital that when you look at a situation and before you enter into it or think about doing it, you have to look at the ethics. Am I ethically doing this right? The problem is that people look at situations and think, okay, I can make all this money, and it becomes a matter of greed instead of a matter of ethics. Life is about ethics. Business is about ethics. Being a Christian or whatever religion that you're in, it is about ethics. Every one of us need to really look at what we're doing and not overstep that line. I have known so many people who have overstepped the line of ethics, and now they are serving some time in a federal prison or a state prison. There are people who don't know when to stop. They don't know when to draw the line and say, okay, I know that what I'm doing is wrong, but the money is so good, I'm going to do it anyway. But they have to then live with the consequences of the decision that they made. I encourage every single one of you, think about the ethics before you sign on the dotted line. Think about the ethics before you do what is wrong. Choose right over wrong every single time, and you can go through life making good decisions. You can walk the street with a clean conscience of what you're doing. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. If you have any questions or concerns, right, give me a email at mlodge-co.com, and I will try to respond to you as quickly as possible. Again, this is Mike Lodge for the WBT. Everybody, go out, be ethical.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
World of Business and Taxes on WBT.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.